Good evening and welcome to the Twiggs County Board of Education meeting. Thank you to our in-person, online communities and stakeholders for joining us this evening. It is my pleasure to call the Twiggs County Board of Education meeting to order. Today is Tuesday, May 9th, 2023, and the time is 6:02 p.m. Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. I will now entertain a motion to approve the agenda for Tuesday, May 9th, 2023.
I make the motion to approve it. Second.
The motion to approve the agenda for Tuesday, May 9th, 2023 has been properly made by Ms. Blackshear, second by Ms. King. Is there any discussion? Again, the question is on the adoption of the motion to approve the agenda for Tuesday, May 9th, 2020. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
The motion passes by unanimous vote. The minutes for April 11th, 2023 have been distributed to you earlier. Are there any corrections to the minutes? If there are no corrections, the minutes are approved as distributed. This time, Ms. Blackshear, you'll do the ethics statement.
Yes, thank you. In accordance to regulations set forth by the Georgia Ethics Commission, it is the duty of every board member to avoid both conflict of interest and interest. Does any board member have any known conflict of interest scheduled for us or appearing on our proposed agenda? Seeing none, Mr. Chair, we will proceed with our agenda.
Thank you. Do we have any comments from the board or remarks?
I would like to say, Mr. Chair, it's this being Teacher Appreciation Week, I would like to say that I think and appreciate all the teachers of Twiggs County Public School System. I realize you do not have an easy job caught between the staff, the parents, the children. I mean, you got a hard job, but I appreciate everything you do. Thank you.
I would like to say as well, I won't be able to attend the functions this week for the Teachers Appreciation Week, but my prayers and thoughts are with you guys. And I just want to say thank you, teachers. Thank you so very much for inspiring, for preparing our kids so that they will be able to compete globally. We appreciate all you do. Thank you straight from the heart. Straight from the heart.
Sounds familiar.
13.
All right, any other comments? All right, thank you both, Mr. Rouse, Ms. Blackshear, and I too wish to express my appreciation to all of the faculty, teachers. Being a former teacher myself, I understand. I'll leave it at that. So again, thank you for your service. Next, Superintendent, do you have any comment?
Yes, Mr. Board Chair. Board members, I join and echo in the congratulations and thanks to all of our teachers at Jeffersonville Elementary School, Twiggs County Middle School, Twiggs County High School, and Twiggs County Alternative Program. and Twiggs County Online Academy. We have students who are face-to-face and those who are being educated virtually. And I want to say thank you as well to all of those teachers for answering the call to service to help prepare the next generation. And you do inspire, you do challenge, you do prepare them, and they are able to compete globally when they leave us. Just a note about Teacher Appreciation Week. It started back in 1953 by First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt, and she urged Congress to designate a day in order to give thanks to teachers because they truly are preparing the next generation to continue our democracy. And as a result of her leadership, now the United States of America has made this a national week that we celebrate in the first week of May. So we have lots of things that we want to do and celebrate with our teachers on this week. So congratulations, teachers. I do have some quick announcements that I'd like to make as well. I want to ask our principal of Jeffersonville Elementary School, Ms. Reese Jenkins, will you come up front, please? She wasn't expecting this, but she came in with all that beautiful blue on. On yesterday at the Georgia Elementary School Principals Association meeting, Ms. Reese Jenkins was named Principal of the Year for District 11. Now, District 11 includes Monroe County, Jones County, Bibb County, Twiggs County, of course, Houston County, Peach County, and Crawford County. So she competed against principals across our region and came out the winner. Yes. And we knew it before they knew it. Congratulations, Ms. Jenkins. We will do an appropriate celebration in the next few days, but I could not miss this opportunity to bring you up and to say congratulations on the hard work. It shows every day in your school. Congratulations. So you all hear about the celebration. I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate Miss Michaela Mitchell. Miss Mitchell is our 2023 valedictorian, and Miss Mitchell was named the Gates Millennium Scholar for 2023. And if it seems like we're showing out, we are. The Gates Millennium Scholars Program is an academic scholarship award and program for higher education, and it's available to high-achieving ethnic minority students in the United States. It was established in 1999 and funded by the Microsoft founder, Bill Gates, through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Gates Millennium Scholars are provided with a full financial scholarship to attend any U.S. college or university and are provided with leadership development opportunities, mentoring, as well as academic, financial, and social support. And we want to congratulate Ms. Michaela Mitchell on such an outstanding achievement. Let's give her one more round of applause. Lastly, I'll end. I have more to say, but I'm running out of time. That our graduation is upcoming on May the 26th, Friday, May the 26th, and our graduating seniors will receive tickets. I believe the number will be 6 or 7. I don't want to misquote, but they will receive tickets. Those ticket holders will have early admission into the gymnasium of Twiggs County High School. The early admission will start from 5 p.m. until 6 p.m. Now, once they have been admitted, we'll have general admission up until the time that the graduation processional starts. When it starts at 7, we'll close the door. We won't let anyone else into the gymnasium. You'll have to go into the overflow room at that time. We are expecting full capacity, family, friends, and community members, so please make sure you mark your calendars. Make sure you make enough time to get there on time. You want to be on the inside and not necessarily have to go to the overflow space. That'll be in the library at the high school. So again, ticket holders will have early admission. Only the ticket holders will have the early admission, and the seniors will have those tickets. They'll be given to them. And then general admission will be from 6 o'clock until 7. And at 7, we will close the doors and begin these services in the dignity that those students deserve and have earned. Mr. Chair, that concludes my announcements.
Thank you, Dr. Bullock. At this time, we're moving to the business agenda. And first, we have district requests from Dr. Bullock. I now make the motion to, I will now entertain a motion for the, well, after you
Yes, sir.
give the,
Yes, sir. I will, board members, go ahead and share with you the field trips, many that you are aware of because they have been pre-approved by you. However, we are a district with a vision, and that's to generate excellence, one team, one goal, and our mission is to inspire, challenge, and prepare all of our students to compete globally. These field trips are certainly in support of our vision and our mission. We've had multiple events that happened prior to our board meeting tonight, of which you are aware and have pre-approved these trips, and I'll go through these pretty quickly. On Wednesday, the 26th of April, the JROTC were treated to a flight at the Macon Regional Airport, where Colonel Terry and Sergeant Lockhart took a team of our cadets to the Macon Regional Airport to see one of the aircraft carriers there, and they had an opportunity to explore. On the 27th and 28th, which was Thursday and Friday, Mr. Stackhouse took a large contingent of our band to the Dublin Theater, where they participated in the honor band rehearsal and the honor concert at the Dublin Theater in Dublin, Georgia, on Thursday and Friday, April the 27th and 28th. On Wednesday, the 3rd of May, Ms. Denson took a group of the CNA students to the Central Georgia Technical College, Warner Robins campus. And that was for them to examine that role of becoming a nurse and the responsibilities of becoming a nurse, and meeting with a healthcare team there and getting more information about moving into the healthcare field. We want to thank Ms. Denson for taking our CNA students on that field trip. On Friday, the 12th of May, and Ms. Arena Floyd, our media specialist, and a team of teachers from the elementary and middle school will be taking a group of our JES 3rd through 5th graders and 6th through 8th graders. She'll be taking them to Rigsby in order to celebrate their reading and literacy achievement that they've been working on throughout the year. We want to thank Ms. Floyd and those teachers for leading those students to accomplish their literacy goals. On Friday, the 12th as well, the 3rd graders from JES do ask your permission, board members, to go to Macon Museum of Arts and Sciences, and they'll be there to evaluate similarities and differences between different plants and animals. We do request your approval for that field trip on the 12th. On the 19th, which is a Friday, the honor graduates from Twiggs County High School will be beginning their honors week by going to the Museum of Aviation. And that's going to be in Warner Robins. And they'll also follow that with a lunch at Outback Steakhouse. And that will be, again, a celebration that Mr. Arade Perry will be leading the honor graduates on that celebration of their academic achievement. On Monday, the 22nd of May, we ask your permission as well for Coach Perry and a contingent of teachers from the high school to celebrate senior week as well. They'll begin a full week of celebration, and the entire class will go to Cracker Barrel and to the Dublin Movie Theater, and they'll leave in around 8:30 or 9 and come back to the campus at 2. That'll be on Monday, the 22nd of May. And finally, on Sunday, June the 11th through Saturday, June the 17th, Colonel Terry and Sergeant Lockhart will take a group of the cadets to the Georgia Military College. And they'll be there for that week in a cadet leadership course to develop those cadets' skills for leadership in the JROTC program. Mr. Chair and board members, that concludes our district field trip request for this week.
Thank you, Dr. Bullock. The chair will now approve a motion, will entertain a motion to approve the district request.
I'll make
Second.
The motion to approve the district request has been properly made by Mr. Rouse and second by Ms. Stokes. Is there any discussion? Okay, the question is on the adoption of the motion to approve the district request. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank
The next item on the agenda, active boards. Mr. Basman.
Good evening, Board Chair, Arstoffen, Vice Chair Rouse, board members, Superintendent Dr. Bullard, and constituents. Tonight, I want to bring you a item for an active panel purchase. But before I do that, it does align to our strategic objective number 2, excellence ahead, academics, facilities, and opportunities. We are a district with a vision, generating excellence, one team, one goal. We have a mission to inspire, challenge, and prepare all students to compete globally. So tonight, just as a brief overview of what we'll talk about the purpose of this purchase, the product, and the funding source. The purpose that I'm bringing for you tonight is the district is seeking to purchase Promethean Active Panel 9 premiums for student and teacher academic use in the classroom. The current whiteboards that's in the classroom that the teachers use are over 10 years old, so we want to upgrade those. The product, again, like I said, are Promethean Active Panel premiums. This is Promethean's next generation interactive panel delivering the most robust, seamless, and secure user experience that responds to the unique needs of teachers and students. For the funding source that we'll use, this will be purchased through ESSER 2 funds. These have already been approved by the board, and they have been presented to you as the allocation by our Federal Programs Executive Director, Ms. Miriam Reardon, in a past board meeting. The cost of this equipment will be $212,093. Do we have any questions?
Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
My question is, what's the number of panels that
We're purchasing 62. So what we're doing, we looked at the active classrooms that we have in the district, and that's what we're outfitting for. Yes.
Are there any other questions?
What will we do with the white?
I'm in a conversation with Dr. Bullard right now. We're looking at surplusing, but one of the additional things that we will do in those other areas like sports complexes, coaches' offices, we'll outfit those because they don't currently have something and they can be used in those just so they can watch film and stuff like that. So we'll use them in-house first, and then we'll look at surplus. That's an option.
Any questions from the audience? Will now entertain a motion to approve the active panel purchase.
I move that motion.
Second.
The motion to approve the active panel purchase has been properly made by Ms. Blackshear and second by Mr. Rouse. Is there any question? The question is on the adoption of the motion to approve the active panel purchase. All in favor say yes.
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 Motion approved unanimously. The next item on the agenda is the computer science lab.
Good evening, Board Chair Christoffen, Vice Chair Rouse, board members, and our audience here and watching virtually. I'd like to present to you as an action item the Computer Science Lab, and Mr. Basley, who's there, will also be co-presenting and here available for questions. But first, I'd like to remind everybody that we are a district with a vision, generating excellence, one team, one goal, with the mission to inspire, challenge, and prepare all of our students to compete globally. This lines up with strategic focus areas 1 and 2, learning and wellness for all, excellence ahead, academics, facilities, and opportunity. On last year, Senate Bill 104 made computer science a requirement for students to take in middle or high school. So as you can see, it is also a part of Chapter 2, Title 20 of the Georgia Code, and it is law. We're approximately a year behind in implementing this law and this requirement for all of our students. Lab renovations. At Twiggs County Middle High School, there are no spaces that meet the equipment and layout requirements for the computer science curriculum. As a result, the school and the central office administration teams have identified an older computer lab on the 400 Hall as most suitable location for this potential upgrade. The room will need the following modifications: electrical upgrades, new furniture, new computers, and painting. Our lab renovation estimated cost. What are our cost drivers for this project? Electrical upgrades, $7,000 to $10,000. New furniture is $18,320. New computers and networking equipment is ranging from $75,000 to $80,000. Painting, $4,000 to $5,000, with a total estimated cost of $113,520. Funds to be expended will come from ESSER 3 and SPLOS for the upgrades of the computer lab. Our procurement policy, in accordance with the board policy, all purchases more than $25,000 must be authorized by the Twiggs County Board of Education. Our plan is to transform the 400 Hall classroom into a computer lab by seeking approval from the Board of Education. We will purchase the required equipment and perform the necessary upgrades to ensure that the project does not exceed $113,520. Are there any questions?
Questions?
I have. My question is, have you anticipated on the number of computers and equipment needed for that in order to have a classroom?
Well, yes. We have anticipated the number of desks and computers, and we're looking to outfit it with 30 computers. Yes, ma'am.
One of the things that we're looking to do is offer computer science to each middle school student and some select high school students as well. So we want to make sure that class size for whatever that middle school class is.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Definitely, I'm glad that we are innovating, getting the lab upgraded. Like, we'll be able to compete. I'm glad. Towards the cost drivers, though, all of the new furniture and all of this stuff, so you guys kind of look around and make sure we get the best
The,
price for the new furniture.
well, the, as you can see that there's a range, so we did that on a range, but the actual furniture has an asterisk. That means that was a hard bid on state contract. So that is a state contracted price for that furniture. So that is the best price that you can get in the state without something else. So that is a hard bid, state contracted price for the furniture. And Mr. Bassler can speak to the computer.
As for the computers, what we try to do is forecast and future-proof the computers that we do have, because we're looking at some programs with Central Georgia Tech and stuff like that to expand that classroom use. So when we bought computers, we wanted to make sure that any program that they can offer us, our hardware and our stuff in there can handle that in that future-proofing state. And that's why we went with that, and that's why those.
Yeah, the thing about technology is as soon as it hits the market, it's out of date. So thanks for that. Are there any other questions or comments? Okay, the chair will now entertain a motion to approve the upgrade of the for the computer science lab. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second? The motion to approve the computer science lab has been properly made by Ms. King and second by Mr. Rouse. Is there any discussion? The question is on the adoption of the motion to approve the computer science lab upgrades. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, the next action item is the bond buses. Mr. Bacon?
Once again, Chair Christoffen, board members, on last board meeting on April 9th, we talked about the bus allocation that was given to us in the amended FY22 budget. But first, this aligns to our strategic focus, areas 1 and 2, learning and wellness for all, and excellence in head and academics, facilities, and opportunity. And our mission and vision, generating excellence, one team, one goal, and we wanted to inspire, challenge, and prepare all of our students to compete globally. So our AFY22 budget was signed by Governor Kemp on March 16, 2022. That included over $153 million for 1,747 new school buses. The Twiggs County School District received an allotment of 5 buses that must be purchased by FY 2025. The district received a total allotment of $440,500, or $88,110 per bus. This is an increase from AFY21, which we received an allocation of $77,220. What is our procurement plan? In FY24, it is our plan to purchase one 72-passenger bus and one passenger bus with a handicap lift. In FY25, we plan to purchase one 89-passenger bus and and 2 72-passenger buses in FY25. What is the cost to the district? For a fully equipped 72-passenger bus, it is $48,090. And that will come from local or SPLOST funds. And for the lift bus, the 54-passenger lift bus, the total cost will be $62,640 to the district. In accordance with our board policy, all purchases more than $25,000 must be authorized by the Board of Education. We seek the board's approval to purchase one 72-passenger bus and one 54-passenger bus with a lift not to exceed $110,730 in cost. Are there any questions?
Yes, can you describe what a fully equipped bus?
Yes. A fully equipped bus is a bus that comes with cameras, air conditioning, safety equipment. So when you get a bus quote, that bus is naked of those things: cameras, safety equipment, air conditioning, radios, none of that. So fully equipped means those things. Right now, it's been the board's desire that all of our buses, because of the long rides, have air conditioning and, of course, radios and cameras.
Thank you. Are there any other questions?
Yeah. Mr. Bacon, I know back on the page you talked about the procurement plan. You stated we wanted to say 72-passenger bus, then a 72-passenger bus with a handicap. Then you go back and say,
Yes, ma'am.
cost. I want to know which one are you?
The 54, that is an error in the procurement page. Yes, ma'am. It is a 54-passenger lift bus because the lift takes up additional space.
Do we have 54 students at bus?
No, ma'am.
Chair.
No, ma'am. Currently, our special ed bus has 6 students that we ride in the county, but our current lift bus is over 15 years old. It is not in the best shape. While we do not have a student that requires a lift now, at any given moment, we may be required, and we have 24 hours to comply with that student's IEP and their transportation needs. So, and then sometimes we have a student that does not ride the bus to school, but is in a wheelchair and attends school, and that allows us to take that student on field trips with his classmates. And we're in desperate need of that for long trips to Atlanta and things like that. So sometimes we may have our students who are in a wheelchair here that do not ride the bus, but on a field trip, and then we can accommodate them and their classmates.
Are there any other questions?
Saying we do have one lift bus.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is 15 years old.
Any other questions? Okay, at this time, the chair will entertain a motion to approve the bond bus purchase. Can I get a motion?
I motion to approve the bond bus.
A second.
Okay, the motion to approve the bond bus allocation has been properly made by Ms. Rouse and second by Ms. Stokes. Is there any discussion? Oh, was it? Ms. King. Oh, I'm sorry. Ms. King. What did I say?
Ms. Rouse.
Yeah. Ms. King. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let me run through that again. The motion to approve the bond bus allocation has been properly made by Ms. King and second by Ms. Stokes. Is there any discussion? Okay, the question is on the adoption to approve the bond bus allocation. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you, Mr. Bacon. All right, Mr. Bacon. The next item on the agenda is major summer renovation projects.
Board Chair, board members, and constituents, I'd like to go over our major summer renovation projects as an action item. This strategically lines up with areas 1 and 2, learning and wellness for all, excellence ahead, academics, facility, and opportunity. Replacement furniture for JES and Twiggs County Middle School. The Twiggs County Elementary and Twiggs County Middle School are in need of new student desks and tables. The average age of student desks and tables at these schools is about 15 years old. The high school received new desks, student desks, about 6 years ago, and they're still in good shape. The district would like to purchase 65 teacher desks as well as teacher chairs for the middle high school. JES has new staff chairs as of this year. Our projected budget is $190,000. Replacement furniture for the Twiggs County Media Center. The high school will upgrade its media center furniture to enhance its appearance and encourage student use. The new design will use flexible grouping and individual seating. Flexible seating gets students moving. It also builds ownership of their education, empowering them to make positive choices for their own learning. When students are comfortable and satisfied, they can stay focused and on task. The L4GA grant will fund this project. Projected budget is $85,000. Repainting the middle school and elementary school interior. Paint the interior of Jeffersonville Elementary School and the middle school. This will include painting all classrooms and hallways in the building. The high school will be scheduled at a later date because of our summer scheduling. Projected cost for JES is $108,000. Projected for the middle school is $43,000. While we talked about some major roof repairs this year, after discussing this with Mr. Austin and some of our contractors, we've moved the roofing replacement to next summer. We will continue with our leak mitigation plan for another year with a projected cost over the year of $40,000. Track resurfacing. The asphalt track is over 30 years old and not serviceable. The plan is to resurface and restripe the track, making it a venue for track competitions and community use. The project will include fencing, sidewalks, and bleachers at a projected cost of $450,000. As part of the classroom upgrade, we will improve the lighting and replace old incandescent lights with LED lights. The LED lights are more efficient and will save money on labor, as well as reduce the use of ladders that often are the source of injury for staff. Our projected budget is $80,000. In accordance with the board policy, all purchases more than $25,000 must be authorized by the Twiggs County Board of Education. We request approval from the Board of Education for summer projects mentioned earlier, ensuring that the budget limits are not exceeded. Are there any questions?
Okay, all this is covered by the L4GA grant.
Only the media center furniture. So when we discussed this as a for information item, it wasn't there before, but as part of our state contracted purchase, they had the money in their L4GA grant, and we'd like to make that part of this purchase as well. And it's not coming out of SPLOST or local, it's coming out of the state grant funds for the media center only. So they will get a total upgrade. Just to mention real quickly, we've upgraded the paint as well as the carpet this year. So they're getting new furniture as well as a new circulation desk for the students.
Are there any other questions? Yeah, well, now,
I have one thing, the classroom lighting upgrades, was this a new one that we talked about that? Classroom lighting?
Yes, ma'am. Right now, they have the old bulbs. They were getting new lights exactly like the ones in here.
any other questions? If there are no other questions, I will entertain a motion to approve the major summer renovation projects.
I motion to approve the summer renovation.
The motion to approve the summer renovation projects has been properly made by Ms. King and second by Mr. Rouse. Is there any discussion? The question is on the adoption of the motion to approve these major summer renovation projects. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
The motion is approved unanimously. All right, Mr. Bacon, next up is the security cameras.
Okay, board chair, board members, camera upgrade for action item. Once again, this aligns to our Learning for Wellness for All and Excellence Ahead academics, facilities, and opportunity. We have a vision, creating excellence, one team, one goal, with the mission to inspire, challenge, and prepare all students to compete globally. We'd like to upgrade our security cameras. The security camera upgrade will focus on perimeter detection. It will improve our current capabilities, decrease blind spots, improve quality, and integrate new features, enhance monitoring capabilities. It is our plan to add a new 64-channel NVR network video recorder of 24 terabytes, 5 long-range cameras, 1 close-range camera, 2 progressive scan cameras with audio, 1 pan camera for the playground, and 1 point-to-point wireless network connection. At the middle high school, 3 long-range cameras, 3 close-range cameras, 2 progressive scan cameras with audio, 1 Darkfighter ultra-low light camera, and 1 automatic number license plate recognition camera. Funding. The camera upgrade will be purchased with funds that were allocated in the FY22 budget for safety, in which each school received a total of $50,000 for security upgrades. Once again, in accordance with our board policy, all of our purchases more than $25,000 must be authorized by the Twiggs County Board of Education. Our plan is to request approval from the Board of Education to enhance the security camera system across the school system. This upgrade will not cost more than $85,000. Are there any questions? Yes, ma'am.
When you said it will cost no more than $85,000, is this in addition to the $50,000 already?
No, so the $50,000 is each school received $50,000. So we got a total security allocation of $150,000, of which we would use to pay for the cameras out of that money. And I'm sorry if I was not clear, but that's what that means. So
$85,000.
out of the 150. So right. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
Are there any other questions? If there are no other questions, the chair will now entertain a motion to approve the security camera upgrades.
I'd like to make a motion.
Second.
The motion to approve the security camera upgrades has been properly made by Ms. Blackshear and second by Ms. King. Is there any discussion? The question is on the adoption of the motion to approve the security camera upgrades. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you, Mr. Baker. Oh, you got? Oh, you still?
You said you wanted to see me
st-
more often, sir.
The next item on the agenda, landscaping. Request for proposals.
For our information item, as we know, our landscaping RFP always generates a lot of interest in the community, so that's why we're bringing it tonight, so we can make sure that everybody is aware of our landscaping RFP, as well as others that we've been posting on all of our social media and our websites. But once again, we are a district with a vision, one team, one goal, with the mission to inspire, challenge, and prepare all of our students to compete globally. This aligns to our strategic focus, areas 1 and 2, learning and wellness for all, excellence ahead, academics, facility, and opportunity. So I hope all of the board members did receive a copy of the RFP in length in your packet. For general information, the landscaping contract is up for renewal. The contract is for 1 year with up to 3 years renewal based on the contractor's performance. The RFP outlines the board's performance expectations. 1, such things as mowing height, mulching requirements, use of chemicals, kinds of equipment required, and our insurance requirements as a district. So what is our timeline? The RFP will be posted on May 12th. We'll have a contractor walkthrough on May 23rd. Proposals due May 31st. We'll have board acceptance of those bids on June 15th, and bidders informed on June 16th, and the new contract starts July 1. Are there any questions?
I have,
Yes, ma'am.
this is in reference to the request, this that we got. I didn't see where, the area where that's across from the city, that not being.
Yes, ma'am. We include that as the whole Jeffersonville school campus. So it's not separate. So it's not broken out. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any other questions? Mr. Bacon, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Chair Christopher.
Let's see. The next item on the agenda, we'll hear from Mr. Brian Howe on the PEC, update on the PEC department.
Good evening. Chairman Christopher, Vice Chair Rouse, board members, present and virtually. Today we'll be talking about PEC updates. Before we talk about that, we'll talk about our vision. Generating excellence, one team, one goal. Our mission is to inspire, challenge, prepare all students to compete globally. Within our vision and mission, we have our strategic goal, focus areas, learning and wellness for all, excellence ahead, academics and facilities and opportunities, doing things the Twiggs way. So again, our title again is PEC Updates. We're going to talk about 3 A's, ability, attitude, and academic. Our first thing we'll talk about is ability. Our students have participated in Special Olympics, and every year they do a great job. As you can tell right here where you see our kids are stretching, and they're receiving their awards, and they're smiling, and they're just enjoying themselves, and they represented Twigs in a great way. Now, with attitude, our students they do a great job as far as with the attitude. When sometimes we want to be proactive. So what we decided to do with this right here at Jeffersonville Elementary is to develop a sensory room. That's for one of these students that sometimes, they just have need a moment, have a break. But this room right here gives them a chance to get in here kind of touch some of the fidget boards. If you see one thing where the young lady sitting in, kind of a little tube that kind of gives you a hug. Sometimes it's hard to give students a hug. This kind of gives you a hug a little bit. You see the next thing, a young man is in a little swing. Just get in there and just kind of swing and stuff. And as you can see, you have a teacher who demonstrates that can hold larger people. Also, you see one of our board members who's sitting up under one of the lights, is just kind of hanging down on her. Just gives you that relaxed atmosphere. And of course, you see where our and of course you see where our principal at the elementary school. She's sitting on one of the lighted bean bags and just kind of sit back and relax. But sometimes our kids need a break. They just need a moment. And then of course you see where these things on the floors where they can actually step on to change colors and everything else. And also too, Ms. Jenkins is what they're going to do with this as some additional touch. They're going to go in and paint some of the ceiling tiles. Also too, just add it on with flavor to the classroom and stuff, and really just give, make it that personal feel. They do at JES. Another thing with the attitude piece of it is, if you look over, we're talking about how we always ask, like Ms. Williams in class, always saying they're going on a field trip. But as you know, it's not just going on field trips just have fun, they're actually working. As you can tell right here, in 2022, they were Good Year Volunteers of the Year. The students, and you see Ms. Williams receiving the award. Now, talk about academics. Now, our students also are taking an I-rated, doing an I-rated class, curriculum. As you look at our third grade, about average, they went up 70 points in reading, 22 points in math. Fourth grade went up 25 points in reading, 10 points in math. Fifth grade went up 46 points in reading, 14 points in math. Look at the middle school. Sixth grade, reading went up 44.5% on the average. Math, 31.5%. Seventh grade, 39.8. And of course, okay, math, 15.5 in seventh grade. And then the eighth grade, reading was 24.9, 5.6 points. Regardless, you see they are growing in this, and they're using the same curriculum that other students are using too. Now, high school. During the pandemic, our graduation rate for our PC students was 60%. In the 21 graduation class, it was at 73.4%. This past year, it had jumped up to 100%. Again, they're excelling this not because of me, it's because of our students and because of the staff at the school. And because of the work that the staff is putting in and that everybody's working together, we are no longer disproportionate. And that's something that we've been doing. And when we're disproportionate, just kind of give you a little insight on that, that's when we're over-categorized in one particular area. And when you have to do that, you have to allot 15% of your funds to a specific classroom. But now, since we don't have to allow that money to that classroom, we can spend this money for all our PEC students and actually continue to help grow our students. Any questions?
Questions? Thank you, Mr. Hahn. Financial report, Mr. Austin.
Good evening, Board Chair, Staffen, Vice Chair Rouse, Board Members, Superintendent Dr. Bullock, constituents in person and virtually. I am presenting information on March 2023 end of month financial report. It does align with our vision of generate excellence, one team, one goal, and our mission to inspire, challenge, and prepare all students to compete globally. The budget is one of the few items that aligns to all of our strategic plan goals, which is 1, learning and wellness for all, 2, excellence ahead, academics, facilities and opportunities, 3, doing things the Twiggs way, 4, growing and sustaining our village, and 5, a premier people first organization. General fund, we have received at our anticipated budget 82% of receipts. We have 86% of anticipated expenditures. Of that, we're at 75% into the fiscal year at this particular point. Debt service fund, our financial obligations for our current bond, that principal and interest payment has been made as of December 2022. We allocated $300,000, and according to the debt amortization schedule, we have expended $286,676, which is the amount that we're responsible for. Special revenue funds are all our federal programs, which our federal program director speaks to those amounts. Capital project funds, we have not allocated anything for capital projects in FY23. School nutrition, 59% of receipts collected, 75% of expenditures accumulated at this point, and again, 75% completed at this point of the year. Are there any questions at this time?
Questions? Continue, Mr. Austin, the budget overview.
Sir. Budget overview number 2, according to our budget calendar, we will and have provided our first budget overview last month, and this is the second one, and we'll continue to talk about things as it pertains to our projected and anticipated FY24 budget. This presentation does align to our vision of generate excellence, one team, one goal, in our mission to inspire, challenge, and prepare all students to compete globally. It does align to all of our strategic plan goals. Number 1, learning and wellness for all. 2, excellence ahead. 3, doing things the 2X way. 4, growing and sustain our village. And 5, a premier people first organization. FY24 revenue highlights. We have a student FTE count for FY24 based upon our reporting of 689 FTEs that we're funded for. FTE meaning full-time equivalent. Total QBE, quality basic education earnings, $5,516,200. Local 5 meal share, $1,580,607. Local 5 meal, meaning this is the contribution the district makes locally in the funding formula, and they deduct that from our overall earnings. FY24, HI stands for health insurance. Our earnings there, $929,040 for certificated employees. Our total traded and experience is $1,222,426. The details projected at this time, we anticipate $4,465,526 in QBE revenue. We are still awaiting the official allotment from the State Department. They have been gracious to provide me with information as it pertains to our district in lieu of the allotment sheet. Some of the other items that we'll account for is the custodians, the one-time supplement that the state is funding for 8 custodians, $8,612 that would give us for that allotment. 2023-1 CPI report, Certified Classified Personnel Information Report, based on that information. And sparsity, they give us $264,678. And for a nurse, $45,000 we earn for a nurse. Transportation, the allotment for the drivers, and that program is not yet available. We have done a lot of things to address each program. The QBE formula is based on the programs to your left. We receive funding for each category. Those numbers that are in yellow are FTEs. The FTEs I referred to earlier, 689, are broken out by program. Each program has a weight. That weight generates earnings. That earnings funds teachers and programs as allotted by the state. So as an example, if you direct your attention to EIP 1 through 3, program. And you start at October 21 count column. 17 FTEs we reported in October count. You go across, we had 19 in March. And as you get to October 22 count, we had 43. This shows that we are intentional about identifying programs, teachers, and the right students to benefit from the service that we need. And it's a high-weighted category, and we receive more dollars for that. Another example is remedial. October 21 count is at the very bottom, the third from the bottom. 8, we reported in October 21, March 32, and 55 in October of 2022. This means, again, that we're identifying students and we're placing a lot more emphasis there and we're earning more dollars. We went through a pandemic, and as you know, learning loss was a big thing that a lot of us had to overcome. And focus on areas that address those learning loss is evident through this funding as well. So budget expense considerations. We have a plan to continue to build our fund balance and being intentional about building the fund balance coming out of all of the extra money we receive, which ends September 30 of 2024, is sunsets. Continue to be intentional about that. So we have a plan in place to increase the fund balance on top of where it already is, of 10 to 15%, based on revenue that's available once we receive our final numbers. We are planning to increase our master teacher supplement to $10,000. Currently projected, currently is at $5,000. So that is a supplement that will be in addition to our current supplements. Step increases. This means that you move up on a step on each salary schedule that person is on. We anticipate $106,141 for that. The annual cost of health insurance, we are paying or projected to pay $929,040. It's a $400,000 increase from last year. And this is because state health has increased by 67%, the larger increase in over 10 years. And for our non-certified personnel, which we will fund locally, it will be about $300,000 more to fund that locally. So some baseline information, and this means that this is about 85% of where we are in the budget process. Salary and benefits, $8.2 million. We're projecting operations, $1.7. Local taxes, $5.4. QBE, $4.4 million, and a projected baseline of $9.9 million. So upcoming items, what's next? So budget overview number 3, tentative budget for FY24 will be presented on June 13th, 2023. There's an asterisk because this will be for public participation. We have to allow the public to participate in 2 hearings. This will be the first one. Official QB allotments should be available. I will share those at that time. And then on June 27th, 2023 will be the actual approval of the FY24 budget. Again, that board meeting will have a hearing for public participation. Are there any questions at this time?
And this will be posted in the paper.
Yes, ma'am. We'll post on all our social media outlets, website, and also the legal organ. Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions? Thank you, Ms. Dawson.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is the ready renewal of Dr. Griffin Stewart.
Good afternoon, Chair Karstafen, Vice Chair Rouse, board members, Superintendent Dr. Mac Bullard, all of our stakeholders in person as well as virtual. It brings me great pleasure to share our already reading and math renewal, and this is an action item. But before I can share this information with you, we are a district with a vision and a mission, and our vision is generating excellence, one team, one goal. Our mission is to inspire, challenge, and prepare all students to compete globally. This renewal is connected to strategic objective 1, learning and wellness for all, where we focus on designing personalized and equitable learning environments. Just a review that we currently implement the iReady reading and math curriculum for our K through 8 students. And so it is an online program that supports teachers in identifying students' needs, personalizing their learning, and monitoring progress throughout the year. Now, iReady, again, can meet students where they are, as well as provide on-level, grade level support. Just a recap of data to support our iReady math progress. At Jeffersonville Elementary School, they've had an opportunity to take 2 assessments. They have 1 more and it's in progress as we speak. But for our second diagnostic, we can see that our students all made movements in the right direction. So for math, we can see that the mid or above grade level, we had a small number of students at the beginning, and we've increased that number, and we're looking for that last assessment to increase as well. Earlier on grade level, we started with a lower number, and we increased over time. So all levels increased at JES in math for our students. And so kindergarten is currently taking their assessments this week, and 1st through 5th will take their final assessments on next week. But when we continue to view the data, we see that the school and reading for Jeffersonville, we see that we started at 8% of our students at the beginning of the year in mid or above grade level. Now we're at 19%. We had 20% of our students at earlier on grade level, and we moved it to 24%. So if you look at the data, you will see that students are continuing to make progress, and they are moving in the right direction. The same for the Twiggs County Middle School. They have completed the iReady process for the year. So you can see that our students made some gains in the area of mid or above grade level. We started with no students, and we increased that number. So when you look at that data as well, you see that our middle school students made progress in math. And when you look at the reading as well, students are making progress there as well. So our mid or above grade level, our early on grade level, and then our students who were grade levels behind, they have moved over. So that lets us know that iReady is working for our students, and this is our 2nd year of implementation, and we want to move into a 3rd year of implementation. So our iReady reading quote for the 23-24 school year will be $27,224.78. And that packet includes our iReady reading consumables, our software, our magnetic reading, the toolbox, as well as partner services. When we look at our iReady math quote for our district, it's $33,045.50, and it includes the iReady classroom, the toolbox feature as well, and the professional development opportunities. So the reading and math total together is $60,270.28, and our funding source will be one or a combination of the 3, ESSER 3, ARP, Title I, L4GA. Are there any questions?
Seeing the data, seeing that this curriculum is really working for our teachers, working for our students, the renewal is waiting.
Thank you, Ms. Blackshear.
So what I'm seeing is that when you initially tested the students, I'm looking at the middle school results in math, you had 0 students who were at mid or above grade level. But when you tested them again, you had, at the end of this period, you had 11 students who were mid or above.
Correct.
Then I'm looking at those who were at early on, that light green section.
Mhm.
You had 11 in the beginning, and that increased to 18 students.
Yes, sir.
No, actually.
Oh.
These are actual numbers. And then you had 29 students that was one grade below, and it moved to 40 students that were one grade below. And that's significant because you had a bunch of students that were two grades below, and now you moved them up from 29 students that's just one grade below to 40 students that's one grade below. And these last two categories are the categories where we saw a decrease, where you had 34 students that were two grade levels behind. And that dropped to 18 students. And then finally, you even had 65 students that were three or more grade levels behind math. And that dropped to 52.
Yes, sir.
These are not easily seen on the screen, but I wanted to highlight that because if we get the percentages, let's talk about the students. It seems that the program combination of teachers and the iReady thing is showing some significant improvement. I just wanted to highlight that because when I look at these, it gives me a heart. It hurts my heart when I see this iRead. But when I see the numbers, see the increase, the improvement, that gives me cause for hope. So again, thank you for this. I hope that we can. Is this the document from iReady?
Yes.
I hope that we can create our own document that shows this clearly, so that everybody can see how significant the increases are. Again, I'm almost impressed.
So thank you, board members, for your comments.
Yes.
But I just have to give kudos to our students and our parents because they helped make this possible, and definitely our staff members and our leaders. So while I'm here sharing this information, we have some teachers and students who have been working hard this year to implement the purchase that you so graciously agreed to fund for us, to approve for us.
So I'll entertain a motion to approve the renewal of the iReady program. Okay.
Dr. Stephen, reference to it, about the purchases of both of these, when will it start? I know we're already doing it, but I just want to know when it will start and for how long? Yearly?
It's for a calendar year. They do allow us to use it during the summer program as well. So our renewal starts when we start school, getting ready to come back in July. It'll end at the end of June, and at the end of June, they normally pause to do whatever upgrades because we renew it, and so they upgrade. Like we have new math standards coming in next year, and so the math information will be different based on the new standard. Thank you. You're welcome.
Are there any other questions? This time I will entertain a motion to approve the renewal of the iReady program. The motion to approve the iReady program has been properly made by Mr. Rouse and second by Ms. Blackshear. Is there any discussion? The question is on the adoption of the approval of the renewal of the iMedia Ready Reading and Math program. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
The motion has been approved unanimously.
Thank you, board members.
Now you have some summer school information for us.
Yes, Summer School 2023 overview. But before I can share this information with you, board members, we are a district with a vision and a mission. And our vision is generating excellence, one team, one goal. And our mission is to inspire, challenge, and prepare all students to compete globally. The summer school updates align with strategic objective 1, learning and wellness for all. We're going to focus on designing personalized and equitable learning environments for our students. So we will start our summer program. We will start on June 5th, and we will end on June the 29th. Jeffersonville Elementary School instructional day will start at 9 a.m. and end at 2:15. The instructional day for the Twiggs County Middle High School will start at 9:15 and end at 2:30. Our curriculum focus, we will continue to utilize iReady Reading and Math for our K through 8 students. And then we will offer, through Imagine Learning, credit recovery, repair, and that's known as Edgenuity. And our high school students will be able to receive 2 credits. At JES, we will offer enrichment activities this summer. So there are a host of activities there, just to name a few. We will have music, dance, drama, and other options. At the middle school this summer, there will be no enrichment activities offered. We will focus on academics only. There will be a new feature this year at JES during summer school. We will have the walking classroom. It's an audio experience for students. Students will have short abbreviated lessons and will respond to comprehension questions. Students will experience the walking classrooms during small groups and literature. So we will have students moving and learning. How will summer school progress and growth be measured? For pre-kindergarten students, we will have the kindergarten assessment, the readiness assessment for their pre and post. For K through 8th, well, K through 5th, we will have iReady Reading and iReady Math. The standards mastery will be the pre and the post. And then for our 6th through 8th grade, they will also have iReady Reading and iReady Math. It will be either the standards mastery or a 4th administration of iReady. So that's in progress. And our 9th through 12th students, it will be all about course completion through Imagine Learning. What is the summer opportunity student selection process? Well, teachers will use the following data to make selections. At JES K through 2nd, we use Heggerty, iReady data, teacher recommendations, and we will have a cap on some of our grade levels. And so that means that at JES, we will cap kindergarten at 5th grade because we want to work with those students who may be close to being retained in kindergarten. So we want to make that grade as small as possible with 15 students in K, 1st grade. But as we move to 2nd through 5th, we will have up to 20, max 25 students. And so for our 3rd through 5th, it will be iReady data, milestones, math and reading, and teacher recommendation. And then at the Twiggs County Middle School, we will also use iReady and for reading and math, and the promotion retention expectations, our milestones results. And then at the high school, again, it will be to address any credit deficient students. We will offer credit recovery and credit repair. Credit recovery will be for our 9th through 11th, and any 12th graders needing credit repair, we will offer credit repair. That means that they only take a small portion of the class. Credit recovery, they take a large portion of the class over. So with that, the preparation timeline, and that's definitely in progress right now. We're making sure that we have all our subscriptions in place. Already, Imagine Learning. We've selected our teachers already at all 3 levels. Teachers have received their notification letters, and now we're in the logistics part with sending information home for students for summer school, as well as just getting ready in terms of analyzing that final data, preparing and calling parents, and building our master schedule for the summer in terms of lesson planning, teacher supplies, student supplies, just making sure we are ready to receive our students on June 5th. Are there any questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I didn't hear you correctly.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a cap on how many students that actually in summer school,
For kindergarten,
kindergarten?
it will be 15. And then for first grade, it will be 15 as well, because we want to work intensively with those students who may be close to retention, really giving them all the support.
But what about the other grades?
We'll be flexible now.
Not gonna be a cap?
With third, that was kindergarten first. Second through 5th, it will be between 20 and 25. That's the max that we try to serve those students who need the help the most, but we're also making sure that we pay close attention to those students who we need to enrich. So like, for example, at JES, it will be 2 different groups. The ones who need the most support, and then they'll change up to see the students who need to be more accelerated. So that's what we want, but we are flexible with, if we have parents who would like for their children to go, it will be a conversation with the principal and us. And so we haven't denied any students in the past who wanted to come. So we're not going to deny children.
Okay, that was my
If
question.
no,
If
we're
you
not
got
gonna
summer
deny
school and you have some kids might want to go, I mean, why not?
I got you. Point well taken.
Are there any other questions? Thank you, Dr. Griffin.
All right, thank you.
I now make a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel matters, future acquisition of properties, pending or potential litigation, school safety, and cybersecurity. Can I get a motion?
Second.
Okay, the motion to go into executive session has been properly made by Ms. Blackshear and second by Ms. Stokes. All in favor? Yes. Yes? Say yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We will adjourn for executive session, and we hope to return very soon. All right, we're back from executive session. Can I get a motion to return from executive session?
So move.
Second.
It has been properly moved to return from executive session by Ms. Blackshear and second by Ms. Stokes. Again, the motion is to return from executive session. All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Motion is approved unanimously. This time we have a motion to approve the new hires 47, 47, and 47, 48, 87, excuse me. And also we have 3 resignations, 3274, 3409, and 3406. Do we vote on these together or do we need to separate these as one? All right, this time I'll accept the motion to approve the new hires as well as the resignations as mentioned, the numbers mentioned. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All right, it's been properly moved by Ms. Ms. Stokes, excuse me, and second by Ms. King, that we approve the new hires and the resignations. So the question is to approve the new hires as well as the resignations. All in favor? Say yes.
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 Any opposed? Okay, the motion is approved unanimously. Is there any other business? If there's no other business, this meeting is adjourned.